The collapse of FTX rocked the cryptocurrency industry and reduced the paper fortune of its 30-year-old founder, Sam Bankman-Fried, from more than $15 billion to almost nothing in a matter of days. What customers did not quite realize initially was that Bankman-Fried and his girlfriend pulled about $10 billion out of FTX to another trading company that they owned to take risky bets on crypto, digital assets, and other products. And when those bad bets turned sour, investors tried to yank their money out of FTX. It was like a bank run. Everyone tried to pull their money out at the same time. Only there wasn't enough money to go around. And it's been declared bankrupt. Now, Sam Bankman-Fried's bankrupt cryptocurrency empire owes its 50 biggest unsecured creditors a total of $3.1 billion, according to court papers, with a pair of customers owed more than $200 million each. Welcome to Crypto Weekly with Aliona Zaleskaya and Gustavo Montero. And today's episode, the rise and fall of FTX. So, Gustavo, the news already in the air for the last couple of weeks, but can you tell us, in simple terms, what exactly has happened with FTX? But wait. Before jumping to that, we need to understand how the crypto market works.
Yeah, that's, Aliona, thank you very much. I think that's a very good point to start from.
Absolutely.
So, exchanges. Let's go back just one step into the traditional world, where I came from originally.
Let's do it,
right?
yeah.
So, when you go to a bank and you want to exchange dollars for dollars for euros or whatever other currency, you go to an exchange. That's an exchange is changing. The same thing happening in the cryptos, all right? There are exchanges that will exchange your Bitcoin for Ethereum or for whatever.
But not just the physical one.
Yeah, no, this is all digital, obviously, because it's a digital currency, so digital assets. But it is not different. They work in a very similar way.
All right. So based on that, let's discuss this issue with FTX on the timeline. What has happened?
All right. So
we all want to know.
Yeah, nobody said. Yeah, that's good. It's a good thing, Aliona, to just take it on a timeline basis so people can understand. So, on November 1917, a company was created called Alameda Research.
All right.
Goes back in time.
Okay, but not too far. Not too far, yeah?
It's created by Sam Bankman-Fried, the owner of FTX, the founder of FTX. So there is a timeline that starts before FTX. There is a company there. It's called a research company. In reality, afterwards, we will find out that we know that they're doing other things as well.
Okay, and I'm sure not everybody knows that. That's very interesting.
No, it's difficult for people to find out that there was a relationship to another company that was created before that is playing a real serious role in what's happening with FTX.
Okay, so after Alameda was then?
So then after Alameda, then it's how it all started. So in 2017, 2018, Alameda is doing arbitrage. So they are actually buying Bitcoins in one place of the world and selling them in another place of the world at a different rate. And they're making a lot of money of that, all right? And in 2019, in May 2019, Sam Bankman-Fried, or SBF, as you call it, together with another chap, they found FTX.
So, Gustavo, when and how all that started?
All right. 2017-18, Alameda Research is already trading and doing arbitrage. They're buying Bitcoins in one part of the world and selling them in another part of the world at a different rate and making the difference. We'll call the spread in banking. Yeah. Right? In May 2019, SBF and Gary Wang, his partner, they found FTX. So this comes after Alameda. And then in December 2019, the owner of Binance, or the main founder of Binance, Zhao, as they call it, or Shao, as they call it, some people have different pronunciation. He buys 20% of FTX for $100 million. So there is a very direct relationship between Binance and FTX.
So all three of them are the main actors?
Yeah, these are the main actors of this party.
Okay, all right. But now my next question will be, I will try to maybe cross the line a bit, but I'm going to go for that risk. Is there any connection with US politics of FTX?
Yeah,
really?
direct.
What's that?
Direct. So in November 2020, Joe Biden is elected, all right, president of the United States, and SBF donates $10 million to the presidential campaign. And then he becomes the second largest capital raiser for the Democratic Party, just behind George Soros. So the connection is quite direct.
Very close, very close. Okay, I don't want to go that deep into political question, but what is that craziest thing happened with FTX Arena?
Okay, so in Miami, there's a huge stadium called the Heat Stadium.
Okay.
And in March 2021, FTX acquired naming rights to that stadium. So FTX is now the main party on one of the main stadiums in the US with huge publicity. The name of FTX is all over the,
and
the
of
stadium.
course, next morning everybody knows what is FTX.
Absolutely. And he bought that for in excess of $130 million. So it's not a cheap purchase.
So talking about the source of money, when did FTX started raising money and how maybe? Can we know that?
Yeah, of course we know that. We have that information. Okay. So in July 21, FTX raised $900 million at a $19 billion valuation. Huge valuation.
Oh my God.
And he got some pretty big investors like SoftBank, Sequoia Capital. So we have a situation where there was trust in the market on FTX.
Okay, and also there are some rumors that FTX moved their headquarters.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
And if so, why we should care about it?
I guess nobody really knows why they did it, but in September 21, they decided to move the headquarters from Hong Kong to Bahamas.
Yeah.
And Bahamas is all over the news right now, as we all know, and we'll see it a bit later on. But as a matter of fact, and all these guys, they move into one house, right?
Yes.
And you can go and read it on the internet. There are millions of rumors about what happened in the house, etc. I have no idea if it's true or not. But the fact is that they moved the headquarters from Hong Kong to the Bahamas. They bought a house and they all settled there.
Okay, very interesting and very suspicious, should I say. So many events happening in 2022 for FTX. So if we also try to put it in the timeline and figure out what are the key events for FTX this year.
So this happened very recently. We're still in the month of November, Aliona. So on the 2nd of November of this year, CoinDesk, which is a pretty important party in the crypto industry environment, published research indicating that FTX has maybe some liquidity issues because their fortune, put it that way, is based on a token that FTX had issued themselves called FTT.
Okay.
And all this is conforming a picture where people are starting to ask many questions.
Yeah, so CoinDesk and now Binance situation. So altogether, what's that?
Well, that creates a picture of sort of suspicion and difficult to understand the situation. This company that had a valuation of $19 billion at one point in time. Now has a problem with liquidity. What is going on? So then the questions start coming up for sure.
So, and now two companies, as we figure out, FTX and before it was Alameda, so both for Sam Bankman-Fried, all of them, like both got bankrupt?
Yeah, they both have filed for bankruptcy, etc., and they're all in very big trouble. Now, would you like to know how that happened? How this became the problem?
Of course,
yeah. Right. So,
do you have the answer for that? Like, we didn't expect that. Okay,
exactly.
Go ahead.
Because as I said, there was this publication of lack of liquidity. Right?
Okay.
And on the 7th of November, very recent, there were massive withdrawals of capital from FTX. People started getting a little bit scared.
Yes, absolutely.
So they started
absolutely.
withdrawing
Yeah.
And on the 8th of November, just one day after, the FTT token, the value of it, dropped by 30%. Boom, all of a sudden. And that's where the real problem starts.
The real mess started.
Exactly.
Of course. So now all the investors, the traders, they are just keep questioning how it's going to affect the crypto industry.
All right. Well, I think that we have to separate things. First of all, the crypto industry, as you know, is based on a specific technology called blockchain technology.
Yeah.
The technology is solid. The fundamentals are all right. There are no issues with that. Blockchain is being applied to many other sectors besides finance, and I think that that's not going to change. Also, we have a number of coins issued by different parties that are very solid in the market. The one that everybody knows is Binance, there's Ethereum, there's Cardano, there's other coins that are very solid in the market. So I don't think it's going to affect it directly. Maybe in the short run, there are questions about it, but on the long run, I don't think that there is a real issue for that. And my personal view is it's very good because markets are cleaning themselves up. So we needed a cleansing. There's no doubt that when you have thousands of cryptocurrencies in the market, you wonder, which ones are good. Which ones?
So tell us a few names. Please.
On the bad ones,
you have to be specific.
On the bad ones, I obviously I cannot have. In my company, in Carta Capital, we know what the bad ones are because we didn't touch them. But as I said, on the good ones, you have, again, the Bitcoins, the Ethereums, the Cardanos, the Ripples. We like very much Ripple as very good coins. And I think that those ones and other technical coins that really solve a real problem in this world, they will continue growing and there will be positive developments.
That's what we need. Thank you, Gustavo. I think now we have the clear picture what happens with FTX. We are going to wait for any updates, but before we go, what will be the last piece of advice from your side?
Well, the most important thing is that what we're giving here is information so people can be informed about what's happening, hopefully in an easy, understandable way. But we're not providing any investment advice. There's no investment advice on anything that's been said in the program.
That's important.
You have to do your own research in order to invest in any of these assets in the asset class that we're talking about. And most important, perhaps, of everything is before you invest in any of this, get professional advice. There is very good professional advice outside in the market, Aliona, and it's easy to find. So that's our real advice for people looking at this. Get professional advice before you invest in any of this. You can probably make some money, positive income into it, but you do have to do your own research.
Absolutely. So true, Gustavo. Thank you so much. See you next week.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.